You mentioned something that I wasn't planning on starting with, but now I feel like I can't not start with it, which is bribing children. What does you bribing kids involve, and what would bring you to do something like that?
I can speak from an elementary school perspective. Um, Bribing the kids is mostly just so we actually get our work done, because a lot of the times they find speech to be a lot of fun and have it be playtime because we're doing a lot of, like, play-based therapy, so whether it's computer games, board games, Play-Doh, things like that, they find it to be really fun, but sometimes that fun gets taken to a different level. So, we have to reel it back in so we can target those goals, and it'll be either, "Oh, like, I wanna make sure we get all of our stickers on our sticker chart so we can get to the prize box," or, "I'll give our teacher a really good report and she'll write a great letter home." So things like that to really just, like, motivate them to do better and kind of um hit those, targets and goals.
Yeah. So it's really for the kids' achievement and alignment. It's in their it's for their best interest.
Yes, I agree.
What about you, Kate? What's your favorite way to bribe your kids?
I think, like, it's interesting because I have, like, the opposite perspective of Mallory because I work with, early intervention and CPSE, so I kinda have, like, the opposite, like, the younger ones. So, I try to just give them, like, whatever kind of activity they wanna do because I feel like if I don't give them that activity, then it's like, okay, that the whole session just got messed up. So, they want that specific activity, so, okay, fine, I will do that, and I will find a way to target their goals doing that activity. And the same kind of thing, like, with the stickers and sticker charts, I try to just make it as much fun for them so that it can be like, "I had so much fun in speech," or "I got through all my goals," or "I did this, I did that," so that when they get back to the classroom or go home to their parents that it's like, "Okay, this is what I did in speech today." So it's not like, "Okay, what did I even work on today?" or "What did I even do today?" So they then go back to the classroom sometimes and
Yeah.
they'll be like, "Look, look, look what I did," or "Look what I have." So it's, like, interesting to kinda see that perspective too.
So how did you both get on the SLP track? What's your SLP origin stories?
So for me, I, in college, thought I was gonna be a pediatrician originally. And I took Bio 1 and I almost failed, and I was texting my mom. I was like, "I don't know what I wanna do with my life. I know I wanna help people, but I don't know in what capacity." And then she goes, "Remember when you were little, you went to speech therapy?" And I was like, "Yeah, I remember." And she goes, "Why don't you take the intro class to communication science and disorders and see how you like it?" And it was my favorite class I took in college, well, one of them, and I ended up falling in love with the program. I turned that intro class actually into an honors credit class, so I did a whole separate project about my experience with speech therapy when I was little, um,
Mm.
and that's kind of how I fell into the profession.
Was there a specific moment in that first intro class where you saw something click, or was it more of a gradual realization that this is an area I'm gonna stay
It was
in?
kind of a gradual realization, but it was also the understanding of what was going on in my head when I was that age receiving speech therapy and what was impacting me in my brain and how my speech and communication disorders impacted me when I was little, and I was like, "Oh my god, I'm learning about myself in a way," and that was, like, really eye-opening, and I felt like I could make a greater impact being able to relate to these kids when I treat them.
Mm. So yeah, so not just learning about the technical aspect of being a speech pathologist, but relating to kids on a social and emotional level to be able to connect.
Yeah. It really like, I tell the kids all the time, I'm like, "I know exactly what you're going through." I go, "I went to speech therapy when I was little. Like, it's not easy what I'm asking you to do, but, like, look at me now. Like, I'm the one who's teaching you these things. I'm being able to help you learn these things, and I was in your position, so, like, it is possible to graduate from speech."
Yeah, no, that is a powerful thing to be able to relate to a kid's experience. Because 'cause I'm just thinking back on my childhood where you just tend not to believe adults. You tend to believe adults are just trying to get you like, they'll say anything to get you to do what they want you to do, and so if an adult is actually talking about something that you've experienced, that kind of, like, flips a switch in your brain where you're like, "Oh, like, they're a human being. They're not just, like, a giant, like, rule-bearing person coming down from their level and telling me to do stuff." What about you, Kate? How did you get into the SLP world?
So I think it was in like ninth or 10th grade. We had to do like this project in school, and everyone was like, okay, you have to pick what you want to be when you grow up. And I was like, what? I have 4 years to figure this out. And then they're like, no, like, we want you to just look into something. So I looked into physical therapy, not speech therapy. Looked into physical therapy and I was like, I want to do this. There's no way that I'm not going to do this. And I was just like so set on it in ninth grade, knowing I still have 4 years to figure out what I want to do. And I think it was like 10th grade where I was like, I don't want to be a physical therapist. That just seemed boring to me. I want to do what I did back in elementary school where I just played all day.
Mm.
And because I went to speech therapy too, so I was like, "Ooh, I just wanna play all day. That sounds like a good thing." And then my mom was like, "Yeah, do that. That sounds like a great idea." So then when my senior year came around or like junior, senior year came around, I was like, "Okay, let me look into schools and see which school has a 5-year program so I can get out earlier and everything like that." And it was just, like, something that actually kinda, like, fell into my lap, and I was like, "I can't believe that I'm actually doing this," and it's, like, the same thing where, like, you then go into these sessions and you're like, "Oh, okay, you realize that I went to speech therapy when I was younger, and I am as successful as I am,
Yeah.
so why don't you think that I am doing this so you can go on and have, like, a very successful life like I do." So,
Mm.
it's really cool to kinda, like, have that perspective because I know, like, when I was in college, it was like, "What made you choose this, like, field?" And most people were like, "Oh, I don't know, I just found it online somewhere," and then there's, like, a select few of us that were like, "Okay, yeah, I actually went to speech therapy when I was younger, and it just kinda, like, made sense to then go back and help all these kids just like us."